Hi there traders and happy Tuesday. So let's talk about this sell what I was taking yesterday, but first of all I want to show you this rejection high here and this rejection high here. So let's gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna talk about take profit plays a little bit later because I'm gonna build up the whole story here. So what I was doing in Friday, what we see, we have this rejection high the last Friday what we have, and then we have this breaking structure. So I was already thinking, because it's the end of the Friday, that's mean there is no trades anyway. I'm just gonna monetize and gathering more information what can happen next, because that's the place where we can have a strong buying movement, or that's gonna be the place where we're gonna go back on the original the memory. I'm gonna show you that later. So what is the principle of that? To have a nice push upside. The principle is to break that zone, to retest that zone, and going back to that zone, to most likely doing something like that in the future. So you see, we have the breaking structure, we have this nice beautiful retest, we have even the bullish engulfing even the candlestick pattern here. But after that, you see, we break the lows, and I was thinking like, ooh, it is pretty interesting, because if you zoom in here, you see we have these lows, and now if you zoom in, you see how we close this impulse candlestick body under that low strongly. And this is like, ooh, okay, so patient and look the more information. So now we break the lows with impulse candlestick, and now we have this minor W pattern with the breaking structure upside, with that with the respect principles. But in that case, what we have, the force on this, the major zone, is pushing much more downside. So if you look in this, the major W structure here, what you see in Monday morning, we have this strong breaking structure here. So when we're gonna do the same thing here, we see this impulse candlestick, even this one, actually even the first one already, you see straight away this impulse candlestick body breaking those lows. And now we have the new impulse candlestick body. And what is this one doing? This one is breaking those lows here. But the main thing, what was shifting my mind and not going longs, but actually taking some shorts or looking some shorts, was this major W pattern here. So if you look in this major W pattern here, what you see, we actually have this retest, but we fail the retest. The original principle is have the retest going higher and now going higher, but it didn't happen. Like, we break the lows, we have the major structure, major principles to push higher. Because what was happening, all those lows, this is full of energy. All those lows are here, is full of energy to going higher. And now we form this W here, but we disrespect the principle. And what you see right now, after this impulse candlestick body, we close lower than those lows here. We close lower, and that's mean all this energy and this force right now here is much stronger. And what is the price is doing? The price was giving up. It shows to you after this pattern recognition. The price action is showing you the pattern. Hey man, we are weak right now. So that's mean we need to go back to the original memory, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit deeperly, because it is a very, very necessary thing. And to talk about, we have to go back. Remember when I was making this discipline video here? It's the same thing all the time. We have to realize that, and we have to remember that, and we have to be honest of that. I was making that video here, and what I was talking about, let's say your discipline is 100 push-up per day, and now you're making your push-ups. So every single, if you want to watch that video, and there is the playlist, how to master trading mindsets, there is the video. So basically every single high and every single low, what you do through those week, you have to write down your feelings in that particular moment. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna do right now again, totally again, because it's super important. It's super important. That's the place where all my feelings and all this stuff is actually happening. I feel the market, I feel what is going on, because I'm been doing disciplines years and years and years and years. That's mean I'm been doing every single day. Let's say my discipline is 100 push-ups. That's mean I'm been doing 1,000 2,000 times every single day the same thing. That's mean I have so many memories of the same thing, where this momentum, where the thinking is shifting on the real action. You start doing that. That's mean even my sad day, my bad day, the raining it's super gray outside, it's sunny outside, all those different feelings, you're living through those feelings, and that's exactly what's happening here. So let's say in Monday you was doing 100% every single 100 push-ups. Let's say now the Tuesday you're doing only half, 51, and you feel a little bit bad, or I don't know, your friend is calling you or something like that. That's mean the other 50 you're going downside because you didn't finish it. Let's say Wednesday you have enough energy and you're gonna do all the 100%. So let's say the Thursday you're making 75% and you're going 25% down. Let's say Friday you're gonna do 100%, and let's say in the weekends you're not doing anything, you're going straight down here and you're going straight down here. So that's your weekly chart here, your weekly emotion of your discipline. And now what you have to do is every single time where you have those ups and downs, here, 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 and here, and what you have to do is you're gonna take this emotion, what you was feeling, and you write down the positive thing and the negative thing. What was your feelings? Let's say, just for example, let's say the positive thing was the breathing after that, or the or the clear mind after that, and the negative, let's say it was my friend was calling me, oh, let's have some beers in somewhere, in the pub or something, and it's your life. You have to be honest, and whatever was happening in that moment, you're gonna write these things down. And this is the those are the things what you start mastering now, because you're gonna do every single day, and you don't give up until it is the muscle memory. And when it's muscle memory, you are doing already automatically in your discipline every single day, whatever is happening. It's rainy, it's snowing, it's a storm, it's a sunny, you're still gonna do it. And now is the thing, and if you're gonna write those things down, those are the moments when you start mastering your mindset, your ups and downs, and through that you have this inside feeling on yourself. And now when we're gonna go back here, so So what the market was saying, market is saying to me, hey man, we are right now in bad place. We don't let's say when we want to finish the discipline, the market has to go all the way back here. That's mean, oh, the discipline is done, we did it. But right now market is saying to me, hey man, come on, it's like don't feel it today, man, and don't want to do it. So what is happening? The same thing. Where is the momentum shift, what we was talking about yesterday, and where is the opportunity? So the momentum shift is here, what we was talking about yesterday. For me, I was taking these zones here, this one here, because that's showing to me this trying to go higher a lot of time, and we make those bunch of wicks there. That's for me is the box of the opportunity, and the opportunity is to go higher, but we are the weakness. That means this has to be the retest, because the retest shows to you, yes, I'm accepting I don't have energy and I'm going now back to the memory. So this was the retest here, and accepting to go back in the memory. So what is the memory? So we have to understand the memory is something where we found the first time the energy to go higher. That's a very important point. And where was this energy where we found it to go higher? It was here. But let's take a little bit more details. Let's go back here. When we have this first movement downside, what was happening here? After this close, we have this one, and now we push higher. That was the highest push. You know what we create here? All this one. That was the highest one here. And now if we look in this zone in here, what we see, rejection, and it's reacting perfectly. So now let's bring our level holder here. And what we was talking about, that zone, previous videos and all the time we say that zone, the principle is going higher. And the principle is break, retest, and going higher. What we see right now, rejection. And now what we see, we have the breaking highs, retest, the second retest, and after that we are going higher. So that was our first original memory. And now you're gonna bring this one here, and same thing what we was talking about every single time. Entry, stop loss, last week high, and take profit is gonna be our original memory here. And that was the trade. And that was the trade in the pure emotional feelings. And you amplify those, your own life principles and everything through this, candlestick structure, bodies and everything there. But you are free. You don't push and pull nothing inside those moments. Otherwise, if you start pushing or pulling or pushing something, that's mean you're not disciplined and you're not patient, and all those principles are not mastering yet. So the only thing is, every single day when I open the trading view, I have nothing. My emotion is in the ultimate 0 point. If you look in the yin yang, the mastery pattern, and if you're looking exactly, I can show you right now. If you look in the yin yang pattern here, if you're looking exactly the point, where this black color is start, exactly that point, and exactly that point where the white color is start. But now if you're crossing those lines, what you get the ultimate 0 line. That's mean if you're mastering your your discipline and all those things you're mastering. That's mean you're all the time saying in that same black and white space. You don't choose this side and you don't choose this side. So example, you open the trading view, you don't take straight away, oh, I'm long today, or oh, I'm bearish today. No, you're staying in one place, and now what you're gonna do is you're gathering more information. Every single detail what is happening in here, all this time. There is something what is going in one side or other side, because we are disrespect and respect principles to go higher or the principles to go lower. And when we start breaking those principles to the minor structures, to the major structures, you have some kind of feelings in yourself, because through the mastery of emotions, you know exactly where those places are, where the price is, okay, we're gonna do it, or okay, we're gonna give up. And those little things, those chinks of the armor things, you know exactly where are those points, because you're being hundreds of times there through your discipline mastery and your life principles. You've been there, you've been the journey, you're mastering those emotions. All those emotions and principles and all those feelings are now your muscle memory, and you feel those things. That's the truth. That's how open you have to be super open, but at the same time you have to be a warrior, and that's the balance. And that's the balance what is happening. And no emotions, ultimate mastery is the bit of journey, but in the end of the journey, that's what's happening. You don't pick the sides. You're doing your stuff, you're don't pushing nothing, and you're looking this stuff with like a warrior in the gardener. But that was the like full emotions, full feelings, and full everything inside that trade. The risk reward ratio 16.5. Yeah, it's a super good trade. It's a very good trade. But those are the thinkings inside there, and we have to you have to be honest of those thinkings and the feelings around it, and everything. If you start pushing, and if you are the most weakness mindset is if you are here to make money, and and it's not gonna work 100%. Gold, BTC. Oh, exactly. Here, same thing what we was talking about yesterday. Those trades here. Now we have this double pattern structure break and going all the way back here. Let's say actually right now it was full respected the principles. Like if you look in this one right now, we have this double pattern, we have the breaking structure, we have to retest, and what was the opportunity to go back in that zone, and this was exactly what was happening. Your entry was here, stop loss last week low, the last week low is this one, and that was your take profit here. But I think overall I'm much more seller. I don't know why, but somehow I'm feeling the easiest thing in this world is to say yourself, I'm gonna give up. That's the easiest thing to do in this world, and I'm seeing this. That's why I think I'm selling much more, because when I don't know. Sorry to say that, but I think when the humans are saying to himself, okay, I'm gonna give up, they gonna give up much more. They are going so deep down. it's not only you're gonna go down in the first memory level, you're gonna go more down and more down and more down and more down. You know, I'm just, I don't know, somehow I'm seeing how weak the society is, and how weak actually the whole world is. We don't have any more of those, you know, strong men and strong, I don't know how do we even, you know, put those things in the words, because it's not even my world, you know, like my world is totally different. I'm living alone, you know, doing basically only my own things, because I know already what's the world is, or what the world has to offer, and actually what the society has to offer, and I'm not, you know, I'm 0% in that place there. And that's why I think those cells are so strong in this, you know, trading mindset, because it's all about humans, you know, here. And you know, the thing is, when the market makers are gonna see in those points, they are exactly the same thinkings what is in my head, you know, and they know exactly the same information. The society is very weak, and soon as when the market maker sees those weakness points, you know, they're gonna push it much more. And that's why we have so strong, you know, the cells are all the time going much more deeper and deeper. And maybe that's why I'm, you know, looking cells much more, because you know, they are much more cleaner. Or maybe I was giving up too much back in the days, and I feel it much more. In that case right now, I don't have the answer, but I see it is through this society. The society is very weak, and you know, those things happening all the time. But let's see this cell right now here, what was happening. This one, what was the super beautiful, you know, exact the same thing what we was talking about today, the GJ trade, and the yesterday. When you look in these ones here, yesterday video, what we have this momentum shift and the box of opportunity. You know, what was opportunities go back to that zone. What was happening, we have this structure here, we have this retest, and now we have this retest. What was happening, entry here, stop loss last week high, take profit here, the same memory zone. You know, it is absolutely beautiful trade. You know, it's a beautiful trade. Back to the memory, the first you know, original. You see this one, we have to break structure, retest, and we found this energy to break higher. Same thing was this one's here, and same thing was this one's here. And then now the market is, you know, acting, and the same thing is actually, if you're looking closely, and you know, sometimes you are like, oh, you know, you didn't caught like the big trade or something. You know, it doesn't matter. The authenticity and the how to say it, or originality behind those movements are the most important. You know, if you can catch this trade what is full of good principles, it doesn't matter how big that trade is. You know, it doesn't matter. Like if the trade is now accepting 100%, let's say, in your principles and everything, and now you take the trades, and the trade was going in take profit, you know, that's the authenticity, and that's the things what you are looking for. You know, it doesn't matter the trade is going that direction, your stop loss is that's in this, or all those things. You know, basically it doesn't matter. You know, the authenticity matter inside what is inside yourself. That is what's matter the most. And if you found the connection between yourself and the market structure and all those candlesticks and the view how you're looking stuff, I think that's the most thing what does matter. In that thing said, I'm gonna finish right now today, and I'm gonna see you every single one tomorrow. Yeah. If you have comments, leave the comments. I really like comments and questions, and I'm gonna see you every single one tomorrow. Thank you and ciao.